Hey, how's it going? We're doing one more video on a landing page feedback. This time, it's a very special landing page feedback because it went, in my opinion, what happened here is the landing page went, the feedback I'm about to give you is that the landing page went backwards. And by backwards, what I mean is that I thought it was really good, and now it's just really cramped with text, with a lot of text, which dilutes the effectiveness of a landing page. So let's have a look. This is by user Genu, and therefore this it says your knowledge in one place effortlessly. And then it basically introduces the idea that you consume a lot of information and there's a lot of insights that you get a hold of as you learn things, but unfortunately, as you save things, you tend to forget them or they're all over the place. So the idea is that you have to create something that allows you to connect your ideas better together, the things that you've learned. And well, the way you can do it, according to this website, is by using their tool, right? Which, as you can see from this video, is a super powerful mind map. And it looks pretty interesting. It looks like something I would use. And but the problem that you can face here is that what they've done is they've tried to adopt some of the, let's say, the style of landing page that there's a company called hey.com they kind of invented. They've been using, where it's basically like an open letter, and it leads you to like a call to action, and then there's a bunch of information as separate pages from your home page. So going back to the Emberly early access landing page, this is that this line here, your knowledge in one place effortlessly, could give you the idea that this is an LMS. And an LMS, it's a learning management system, and maybe that's going a little bit too far, right? Because this is not a learning management system. This is more a knowledge management system, right? And the difference is that it's more superficial than a learning management system. So although I'm not saying it couldn't be eventually, but right now it's just like a place where you kind of like Pinterest, you take notes and you store notes, right? But here you store things that you've learned. So let's scroll. So you're hit with this like huge headline and then a crap ton of text that I'm really curious how many people would actually read this. And I don't have any data obviously to back this up, but the fact that you've added an image here, a lot of people will read this and then they'll want to scroll immediately, bypassing all of this, right? They probably won't read it, or they're just like read a little bit of it and then be like, hold on, let me see what it is first. Because obviously images, and especially animated images, they make so much more of an impact to our brains. So people want to know what's going on here. They see that you have all these notes that you can like regroup and collate together, and so then you scroll and you're like, okay, so it's kind of like a mind map, but right, like a really cool one. And then you're hit with another headline and a huge wall of text, and people are like, okay, at this point I'm bored. Like they don't wanna spend their time reading text. They want to know how this learning management system minus right, like this downgraded version of an LMS or a mind map, let's call it a mind map, is going to work for them, removing those barriers to learning and to remembering. So Emberly is different. Continue reading to see how it works. Okay, knowledge library for visual people. So this headline, it's actually what I would have put at the top. It's so much better. It redefines in one sentence the whole idea behind the project, and then it basically drills down into what are the benefits and the problems. So get organized and stay that way with a knowledge tree. So people who are disorganized, they can relate with this, and therefore this introduces the idea that there is some kind of management system embedded into this graph, right, that allows you to group things together. So if you read all of this, Emberly organizes everything with a mind map. Each node contains topics, nodes. Unlike folders, things become a chaos. A mind map structure makes it easy to manage. So the reason it's better is because you can quickly see what's inside each branch of the tree. And unlike folders where you have to double click and explore and go back, this is a much more powerful way to see things all at once, right? Second thing you have here is one place, not all over the place. So this introduces the idea that everything is managed by one tool, and you don't have to have different tools to do different things. So you don't have to have your files in Google Drive, you don't have to have your bookmarks on some bookmark manager, and your notes into a note tool, and they're all linked. Kind of think of how Trello has all those add-ons that allow you to import files into each ticket and each board. Well, the idea here is that it does it all. And then stay focused on what you learn, what you want to learn. Too many things at once, Emberly helps you stay focused. So the idea is that it helps you remaining focused, but channeling focus by allowing you to choose the right path and not using too many paths at once. So design, and then here it goes a little bit more into what the product does, and it gives you an actual demo, which is actually pretty nice because you get an idea for what the tool does and how it works, and you can see that it's embedded into the page. And look, it gives you some ideas. This is an example design. Try clicking and dragging. Okay, let's have a look. I'll do that. There you go. Pretty nice. You can drag things and they move, and it's actually very neatly done. So then what happens is it gives you one more point. It says capture fleeting thoughts anywhere. So ultimately, this is telling you that this is the last feature that it's been presented. It's you can use it as a note-taking app for like organizing yourself. I don't know why they would add another benefit after the demo. I would keep all the benefits together, all these things, like all these features that address benefits, and then have the demo, right? Or because you have a demo here, what I would do is I would bring the demo all the way up, and instead of having this thing here that people just look at and they're like, okay, this is cool, this is like a mind map. For people who know what a mind map is, obviously, why don't you just give them the simplest demo ever, kind of like this, where people can just click and they see, okay, each branch here has some notes and they're all organized. That's such a powerful thing that you can do, because users who feel like they've invested themselves using your platform, they can see themselves using it if it makes sense for them. So they either, at this point, they'll be like, oh, this is cool, let me sign up. Or they'll be like, yeah, I don't need this, this is not for me, right? And then you have a nice pricing, very straightforward. Although people say you should always have 3 pricing, because what happens is the psychology of pricing, is, which is a whole total different topic. What happens is that if you have like a cheap tier and then an expensive tier, people will be like, well, I'm not gonna get the cheap tier, and I'm not gonna get the expensive tier, I'm gonna get the middle tier, or maybe they'll get the expensive tier. But like, you know, having 3 prices, that allows you to like target 3 kind of like different like philosophies of spending their money, and therefore it actually makes sense to have different tiers. Now I understand if you don't have enough features, so to speak, to have different tiers, but you could definitely break this down and have it, buy the whole thing for $48 or buy the thing for $5 and you have a trial. Other than that, let's have a look at what the homepage looked like prior to the redesign, which in my opinion this was way more effective. So manage your knowledge, focus your learning. So I would still change the headline here to be the one, this one here, knowledge library for visual people, right? Although your audience will be like people who have a visual memory, then it's still much more expressive of what this is. Manage your knowledge, focus your. This is so like almost like a book, right? It's like fantasy book. It's like, wow, manage your knowledge, focus your learning. Like, nah, just use this nice little sentence here. The learning tool helps you organize large amounts of knowledge into a mind map of your skills. So this is very explanatory of what it is. So if you focus this and that, you have a winning combo, in my opinion. And then here you had a video, and let's see what else you have. You have your benefits, features kind of area. You have your demo here, and then again this weird extra benefit down here, and then the pricing. What I would do is I would definitely drop all the text that makes the page so heavy, because nobody's gonna read through this. You usually have like what, 3 seconds, 2 seconds to make sure someone understands what your homepage is about before they click on another page. So like, some people might arrive here on your homepage and they're like, okay, I don't know what this is, they'll go to pricing or they'll click on blog. If you don't capture them with the within the first scroll or two, that's it. That's you're done. So hopefully, I am definitely more in favor of this landing page with the few tweaks that I suggested. But ultimately, I have no data to tell you if this works better, right? This style, like this hey.com style landing page. The only thing I know is that hey.com, the reason it's so so it went so well is that the founders have a huge audience on Twitter. They have a huge audience as startup makers. They are the ones who created Basecamp, which is another cool tool where people want to stay organized. So ultimately, I don't think the reason they're doing so well and the word of mouth is going well for them is landing page related. It's more just the fact that they're really good at doing what they do with their audience. Almost like influencers, right? Therefore, that's how the word of mouth thing kind of snowballed. I hope this gives you a little bit of my reasoning on why I would not keep your homepage like that. But at the end of the day, I don't have the data. So if anything, do let me know how your homepage is converting since your redesign. And maybe there's something there that I didn't know. And maybe this is the future. A lot of text and a lot of the narrative on a landing page. Although I highly doubt it. So thanks for watching, and I hope this video makes sense. If it does, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I make a lot of videos like this one, and I give people who are indie hackers or just started their company some feedback on their landing page and their products. So thank you for watching. Have a good evening.